All right, let's talk about something huge, shifting your energy. But here's the twist. It's not about changing what's happening around you. It's all about transforming what's going on inside you.
I mean, have you ever felt like you're just stuck on repeat? You know the feeling. It's the same old patterns, the same emotions popping up day after day, even when you're trying so hard to change things on the outside. It's such a frustrating loop to be stuck in, right? And honestly, it points to something much, much deeper.
And that's really the core idea we're going to unpack here. Lasting change, it's got nothing to do with what's happening to you and everything to do with what's happening within you. Real, genuine transformation, it's always, always an inside job.
So let's start with section 1, and we're calling this the stuck on repeat problem. Let's really dig into what that feels like. And maybe even more importantly, why do our best efforts to fix it from the outside just seem to fail over and over again?
This just captures that feeling perfectly, doesn't it? That sense of futility. You can change your job, pack up and move to a new city, heck, even change your relationships. But somehow, that same old energy just follows you around like a shadow. It's kind of proof, isn't it, that just changing the scenery isn't enough to create that deep internal shift we're actually craving.
Okay, so the big question is, how do we break out of this cycle? Well, it all starts with 3 super simple but seriously profound rituals. Think of them as ways to completely recalibrate your entire system from the inside out. And look, we're not talking about complicated life hacks here. These are simple, they're ancient, and they are so powerful. It's just this: walk more, embrace silence, and write by hand. And let's break down exactly why each of these things works so well.
Okay, first up, walking. I know, it sounds almost too ordinary to be revolutionary, but that's where the magic is. Seriously, movement is medicine. Every single step you take helps clear out that stagnant energy, it untangles your thoughts, and it reconnects you to this natural, grounding rhythm of the earth. It's this quiet kind of healing that doesn't really demand any effort, just your presence.
All right, next up is silence. You know, we live in a world that is just screaming with constant noise. Podcasts, music, non-stop chatter. And let's be honest, a lot of the time we use it to avoid just being alone with our own thoughts. But here's the thing, silence isn't empty space. It is full of answers. It's like it stills the chaotic waters of your mind so you can finally see your own reflection clearly.
And the third ritual? Writing by hand. Now, in our super digital age, this might seem a little outdated, right? But it has this quiet power that's just incredible. When you write something down, you're literally taking an invisible thought and making it tangible, physical. You're giving shape to your energy. Suddenly, your goals feel more like commitments, and your subconscious mind starts to align with the reality you're actually putting down on paper.
You see what's happening here? All of these rituals, they all point to the same thing: taking back control over your most valuable currency. And no, that currency isn't money. It's your time and your attention.
Here's a really powerful way to think about it. Just imagine your day was worth $1,000. $1,000. Would you still spend it just mindlessly scrolling? Would you trade your most valuable hours for things that in the end just don't matter? When you frame it like that, you start to realize laziness is expensive, and focus feels like freedom. You know, the reason we so often feel completely drained is because of what we can call energy leaks. These are all the subtle little ways we lose our vitality. You know what I'm talking about. Saying yes when you really mean no, forcing yourself into some morning routine when you're naturally a night owl, getting stuck in conversations that just suck the life out of you. All of those things that just chip away at your life force. And this contrast right here, it's everything. When your time is scattered, you're just reacting to the day. It feels like you're constantly trying to keep up, and man, is it exhausting. But intentional time, that's creative. You are in the driver's seat, and that very act of creating your day, that actually generates more energy.
So, what does it actually take to live this kind of intentional, high-energy life? Well, it takes a willingness to do things differently. It means consciously choosing a path that actually runs opposite to where the crowd is going.
Think about it. The mainstream path, the crowd's path, it's all about consumption, constant distraction, noise, and always adding more. More stuff, more validation, more work. But your path, the one that leads to real vitality, that's about creation instead of consumption, focus instead of distraction, finding wisdom in the quiet, and this is the big one, subtraction instead of addition. Now, this is such a counterintuitive idea, isn't it? It goes against everything we're taught.
We're supposed to believe that more is always better. But real, sustainable energy, it doesn't come from piling more onto your plate. It comes from strategically taking away what's weighing you down.
Which leads us right into the active work of protecting your inner world. This is all about being a gatekeeper, curating your inputs and your environment so you can keep your energy and your curiosity alive and well.
And a huge piece of this puzzle is just unplugging. I mean, modern life is basically designed to keep you wired, anxious, and distracted 24/7. So disconnecting, even just for a day, it isn't about isolating yourself. Think of it like this. It's about clearing all the static from the radio so you can finally tune back into your own clear frequency.
You also absolutely need what you might call a stress protocol. This is your personal go-to reset button for when life just gets overwhelming. It can be a really simple, deliberate action, like a few deep breaths, a quick walk, or even a cold shower, that signals to your nervous system, hey, you're safe. Because when your body feels safe, your energy naturally expands.
And you know, this whole idea applies to your physical space too. Try thinking about minimalism as just reducing energetic clutter. Every single object you own, every obligation you have, it takes up mental space. So a clearer environment leads to a calmer mind. And a calm mind, that's where your energy can finally really rise.
And here's the beautiful part. When you start to combine all of these small, consistent acts, something really profound starts to happen. But it's not some loud, dramatic explosion. It's a quiet transformation.
So there you have it. This is the blueprint. It's about grounding yourself with movement and silence. It's about focusing your intention by writing things down and fiercely protecting your time. And it's about simplifying your world, unplugging to reconnect, choosing subtraction over addition, and guarding your own curiosity like it's a treasure. Every single one of these steps is a move toward reclaiming your own energy.
Because ultimately, this whole journey is about getting this one simple truth. Peace, clarity, energy, these aren't things you just find one day, like you'd stumble upon a lucky penny. They are things you actively create, day by intentionally making room for them in your life.
So, as we wrap this up, the big question isn't about how you can reinvent your entire life by tomorrow. Forget that. It's all about starting small. So let me ask you, what is the one simple, quiet shift you're going to make today to start reclaiming your energy?